Into my team live stream. This is my first lock again, probably since Southeastern has been. Them two are the wrong way around. Don't confuse me now. When I want to do the Eurasian line, but we're not doing the Eurasian line. We're going across the Atlantic into the clinchfield. Wrong right. Okay, explore. We won't do the training. We'll just jump into an F7. The F7. I want to do a full line one. Yeah, that one there. That one there. I've been trying in a minute, guys. We are doing the clinchfield wrong road. That's a GP30 or SD40. We drive the SD40. We know how to drive the SD40. If you own TSWT, it will teach you how to drive the SD40. So there's really no point having the SD40 tutorial and make them go on some patch grades for it. Right. Yeah, guys. That's into reverse. That's from application now. I'll just put into power now. Done something to break this train. what's happening? I'm not patient. That's fine. Clinchfield Railroad. Yeah, being like, I'm touching, there's the caboose. I wonder if you actually can go in the caboose. Yeah, we'll go in the caboose. Yeah, can go into the caboose. This feels way faster than some Grid. I'll do a full speed run of this. Do a full speed run of this train on DWE at some point. Yeah. There's 9 on that one put there. Obviously, I've not done the tutorial, so if I do break the train, I am sorry. The phone line. Legendary! Oh yeah, I'm going to do some screenshots for merch. can I say? I really enjoyed it. Yes, legendary. All I can say, this is an amazing train. No, I know I'm going today. Let's go do a tutorial on how to start this train up. It should be like the 166 and the 43 tutorials on the Great Western Express, where I think it can show you how to start them up. Because I can see in the actual tutorials, they don't really show you how to start the engine and that. Do that. The F7, the SD40, you can just quickly borrow some patch grades SD40 to set that up. To set that up, we can go on some patch grades for a bit. Because it's basically a used some patch grade logo, so that, I do believe that's either an SD40 or a GP38. It's an SD40, so the train you see in there, that was on some patch grade. We don't really need to do that, so we'll be doing a tutorial. I am planning on learning this route off by heart.
Welcome to Engineer Training. Here you'll be taken through the operation of a classic electromotive
Driver
division
training,
F7
not
diesel
engineering
electric
training,
locomotive.
Matt Pedalston.
During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical locomotive controls and freight operations. When you're ready, climb aboard to get started.
SD48, no, it's SD40. 3 SD40s. 3 SD40s.
Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. The fuel pump will need to be closed to allow fuel to reach the locomotive. The engine is currently shut down and will need to be started before progressing. Press and hold the engine start button to activate it. The isolation valve is currently in the start position. Use the indicated control to set the isolation valve. The rotate valve allows the operator to set the brake mode to match the required operation of the locomotive. For the lead locomotive of a long train, use the reverser determines the direction of travel. The transition lever is used to control the flow of the electrical current to the traction motors. The unit selector is used by the engineer to specify how many locomotives are in the current lash-up. Use the indicated lever. The generator field switch will need to be set. Use the indicated switch to activate the generator field now. For this introduction, we will be performing switching duties and handling the loading of hoppers. You are...
Well, it's out for UK. If you live in the UK on console, you can get it now. On PC, I do believe it's 5 PM, 6 PM UTC.
Keeping to speed limit is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of brake by moving the handle into the braking range.
I'm astonished by this. When this was first announced, I was like, oh god, another sand patch. Great. Never read. But then seeing its progression, I'm kind of got more excited about it now. Look, originally I wasn't going to get it from like what I need to use though. So I was weighing up, use a I am going to get it.
This yard features both manual and automatic switches. The manual switches will need to be set on foot before departing. Climb down now and make sure the switches are set to the correct position. The hoppers are in front of us. You will need to approach them slowly to safely couple and avoid a potential derailment. With the hoppers successfully coupled, your next task is to bring the cut of cars over to the tipple to begin the loading process. When loading hoppers, you need to keep to a slow and controlled speed to allow the loader to correctly and safely load the hoppers. Apply a small amount of power to start moving and then adjust the throttle back to the idle position once you're travelling at no more than 3 miles per hour.
Thanks everybody who has taken time out of their very busy life to come watch this neat live stream. It is long appreciated. With these hoppers, cone hoppers. Got a few more hoppers laid up. Look at the amount of hours.
Nice job, the hoppers are now loaded. Your final task is to couple this cut of cars to the waiting train. You will need to contact the dispatcher before you can leave the yard. Contact the dispatcher and ensure you're given clearance before proceeding.
I'm just really strongly trying to enjoy the route, guys. It's one hell of an impressive route. I am going to get F7 merch coming out soon, probably in the next few days or so. Look out for that. I'll see what I'll do. I'll just, once done this tutorial, I'll take some pictures of the F7 and I'll go and look on my PlayStation, the best picture, and that's the one I'm copying onto a USB stick, and that is the one that is going on for the merch. It's this merch, the F7 merch is going to be on for a limited time, only about 5 weeks or so it gave me around till the 8th of June 2021. So the 8th of June 2021, the F7 body will go out. A week later, followed by the F7 mug. So in the F7 t-shirt, that's permanent, and I'll get a promo code sorted out for it. And the whole until June the 8th, and once I've got the discount code sorted, I can let you know. And coupled to them, then it'd be a heft. God, we've only been on for about 30 odd minutes and we're already... I love it really. If you would like to see some Mumsy Tea, please consider donating to the PayPal link in the description below. Because I'm going to try and get a game PC and get Mumsy Tea, then game PC under my PS4. I just need the game PC, a mouse and Mumsy 2. I'll go get a few freeware British maps and a few payware maps as well, and a few payware buses and a few freeware buses. The more the better, I say. What they should have done as a tutorial is got us to connect the train together and then got us to fill the train up instead of thinking out the ones that we've got coupled to us, fill them up and coupled to fill the ones up. In my opinion, it would make a longer scenario in my eyes, because there would be more cars you would have to, but it would be more fun. Clinchfield. I'm gonna try and make my money from this. I'm trying to make my money from this. This is £25.99, and for limited time only if you've got PlayStation Plus it's £22.49, so basically I got 2 weeks discount.
With the hoppers now coupled, you can uncouple the locomotive from the train. Use the cut bar on the rear hopper to uncouple the hoppers from this locomotive. Good job. That is all of the tasks that have been assigned to you for now. Bring the locomotive back to the yard for use later in the day.
Obviously for Steam, if you're on PC, you don't have to wait for this. Might get this to be on game PC once I got all Mumsy. Basically, I just get the train moving and I just add a bit so I need to then got B12 and what's this one? B19, so we've got B12, B19. Let's see if you can. Oh. That's a shame. Can't walk between the two locos. work that much easier. I'm just going to use this brake. Just use this brake. And on to right. Wait, that's wrong it uses.
Good work. That concludes all of the basics of operating this locomotive.
Yeah. Gold medal as well. Yeah, I'm loading level 3 as well. That's got me level 3 on Clinchfield Railroad and the F7. Right. We're getting to the part of the stream now where we've been through the tutorial, getting us used to the train. In my next Clinchfield Railroad stream, which will be probably the next TSW2 stream I'll do for one of the line. For now, we'll go see the mastery challenges and for the street. I had sneaky peek at whilst I was loading the game up earlier. And yeah. So basically, I do know what it is, but I'm going to show them off on stream. Obviously, between this stream and I start the next stream, I'll be working my guts off, going through DVDs, books, stuff like that, getting them together, then trying to put them online, see if we can sell them. If not, we'll be donating them to a charity. And for my Xbox 360, what I will do if no one will take it and we've got all the bits for it, I'll give it away to one of you guys if you're like a old Xbox 360. I don't need it because I'm getting a game PC and I'm going and get a PlayStation 5, so I don't need an Xbox 360 because I'm going to get the next gen Xbox. So let's go see the mastery challenges to see what that is. Then we can then I'll just go through I'm doing some shout outs. So what then we'll go on to a general review of the route and be saying my verdict, see if it's worth getting or not. So if we go into Dovetail Live, into Mastery Challenges, field, obviously we can see we got the Mastery Challenges. And we're already starting on one, we got 56 more wagons to load now. Then we've completed that one. Then we got 2 scenarios or 2 timetable to do. And that's basically that. So basically for the Mastery Challenges right now, all there is I'm a coal man, loads 60 wagons of coal. And you got Clinchfield Crew, 2 scenarios or timetable and services. So now that we had a look at the Mastery Challenges, before we get to the review, we'll see what else this route has to offer. Like scenarios, so you got the setup, which is 2 hours 10 minutes. So it's 130 minutes long. Limited hour. Operate over the Norris Spur with limited power at your disposal. The Greenbrier branch, the Frontment ascent, the Frontment descent, and then the mixed hour. So the setup scenario is 130 minutes long, or 2 hours 10 minutes. This is 110 minutes, or 1 hour 50 minutes. Then you got the Greenbrier branch. That's a 60-minute scenario or 1 hour scenario. Connect to call from various industries on the Greenbrier branch before running south on the main line. So we'd be basically going to different industries, getting coal, and then we're running on the main line. Then we got the Fremont ascent, which is 55 minutes or 5 minutes to the hour. So basically, if you get in at 11 o'clock in the morning, it will take you till 5 to 12 before you complete it, unless you fail. Then you have the descent, which is the same time. So you're basically doing the return journey. So let's say you start at 12 because you're taking because you load in 5 minutes. It will take you till 5 to 1 to do. Then you got mixed power, which is 40 minutes. And let's say you take another 5-minute break to 1, and you're getting bang on 1 and start on that. It'll take you 40 minutes, so it will take you till 20 to 2. So yeah, quite a long time. These 6 scenarios, you even got a day's shift there. So now getting to that part of the stream where I just say my verdict on the Clinchfield Railroad. From what it has to offer, I quite like. Obviously we got fences, we got coal bags, we got fire buckets, and the other one there, which is quite, and tree logs, which is quite nice. So that's also what I have stuff. So obviously what I'll do a training on my first look. If I'm on a train at the start, I'll just do the tutorial on that train. Then guess what? Then I'll let you know on that, and I'll let you know my verdict. My verdict will always be at the end of my first look videos. If we can, we'll just jump straight in at the deep end. And even if it's a route that if it is a British route, I won't always try it hard off first run. And then I like to get a route learning video out on that. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. I've been ranting on too long about my structure. So my verdict of the route, we got 48 services, which I would say they could have added more, but that's the only real major complaint. Other than that, I have no complaints about it just yet. You'll have to look on another one. You'll have to look on the other Clinchfield Railroad streams, where I will pick out bugs if I find bugs, I'll tell them, then I'll pop the bug on the forums for them. I know there's going to be bugs, and because what I tried to do, watch the live stream so I could see the bugs, but the live stream was really laggy and was unwatchable. That's the only reason why I dislike the live stream. It wasn't anything to do with the route, because of the unwatchableness of it. That meant I could not watch it, which meant I had to dislike it. But the route, they've done a cracking job on it. I still think Rivet does better than Dovetail games. I still believe that. But, like I say, so we've got 6 scenarios. We've got 3 training modules. A standard one, basically one they can get rid of. It's basically when you come into the game, you click on this first like a Corn Larkin or the Bacon Loo or a Stamp upgrade. It'll kick you into something, into this introduction, and it'll just familiarise it. I don't know why Dovetail add it to every route, but there could be a good reason why. See, I just bypass it. You see, I'm just going to throw myself in the deep end. On my final review, with the services, obviously knowing that there's bugs, I can give it a higher score than if I were finding bugs all the time. Obviously my rating will go up and down, because if they fix it, it will go up. If it gets buggy, it will go down. It's just the nature, guys, because your opinions will change depending how you gotta think though how the game will evolve. So my final, for services, I'm giving 4.5 stars. The only reason why I knocked half stars because they could have put it in like 50 services, or they could have done a higher, anything above 50. But let's face it, they are trying to keep as realistic as possible. Unless that changes, or I get an explanation why it's 4.5 stars. Obviously, for the detail, from what I've seen so far, 5 stars. So 5 stars, so basically the top end. But it's not saying it's 10 out of 10. Then what I'm doing, then coming into scenarios, they got to be 5 stars. You gotta admit, 5 stars. Obviously, performance-wise, very smooth from what you. I'm going off a PS4 Pro, but that's an last gen console. A PS5 is next gen. I gotta admit, 5 stars for performance. So that gives. Yeah, so with that, obviously, if I was going for locomotives, I would be going for pung power, stuff like that. If I was doing the model review, blah. I would be going on to the other nonsense. So the overall review of the route, with the locomotives, and then the detail, accounting, and I'm classing locos to get with it as detail, because the locomotives do add detail, because you can't have a route without locomotives. Let's face it. So that gives the Clinchfield Railroad a 9.58 out of 10 in my eyes. It only lost half a mark because of the services, but But there's nothing we can do about it. It's only dovetailing and they're trying to keep it realistic. We can say they can add more, cut you add more services, but then I don't want the performance to drop. So it'll probably stay on the 9.5 out of 10 area. Clinchfield Wrong Road. Obviously, I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. Now I'm streaming this night. I didn't think I would be streaming this night. I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, share and subscribe. Obviously, if you would like to help support the channel, there will be links to the new merch as soon as that comes out. So currently we've got some 395 merch, an extra star, some 465 merch, and just some merch if you want to go cop some permanent slogan type merch from the channel. My channel is locked for success despite the challenges. Till the next one, guys. Peace.